This is a full guide how to use Deribit, leading crypto option exchange powered by Coinbase. With options, you can make a very high-risk trades that sometimes brings 100% or even 300% of return per day. But also with options, you can trade smart strategies that brings consistent passive income. I'm full-time institutional crypto trader, and in this video I will show you how to use Deribit in the right way. So let's go! So first of all, about the structure of this video. So we will take a look how to trade options, how to buy or sell put or call option. Also, we will take a look at the 4 different margin types on Deribit. And this is very important before start trading on Deribit, because with a wrong margin type, this could lead to a financial losses. Also, I will show you why Deribit has the biggest advantage in spot and also future trading against all other cryptocurrency exchanges. And also at the end, we will take a look at the analytics tool from Deribit, where you can analyze the options, so how to use the volatility in your favor and find the best opportunities in the market. So the time codes you will find for each topic in the description below. And also, if you haven't have a Deribit account yet, you can find also in the description below the link for a Deribit registration. With this link, you can be 100% sure that you open the real Deribit page, and also you will get a small bonus from me. So the link for the registration you will find in the description below. And now let's take a look how to use Deribit. And here you can see the main page of Deribit account. So here you can see the total value of your account and all open positions that you have. On top we can find the spot trading, futures trading, options trading, and also the page for different strategies. Also on top we can find the margin type that we currently use, and also what is the percentage of initial margin and also of maintenance margin. So initial margin is needed to open the position. So that means if initial margin hits 100%, I will be not able to open any new positions. If maintenance margin will hit 100%, the liquidation process will begin. So that's why this is very important to keep eye on margin requirements and keep them under control. So as you can see, for example, my initial margin is equal to 8% and maintenance margin is equal to 7%. And this is because I don't use a high leverage for my trading. And as a result, my margin requirements are very low. So I try to keep always my initial margin lower than 33%. And in this case, I can be on a safe side and don't be scared that my position will be liquidated. And a bit later, we will talk exactly about 4 different margin types that are available on Deribit. And also on top, I can find the wallet page. So on this page, I can see my current balances, and also I can find the addresses for the new deposit, or also I can do some withdrawals. And here you can see the full list of the coins that are available on Deribit. So Deribit don't have a lot of different coins, because basically Deribit is focused on Bitcoin, Ethereum, tokenized gold called PXG, Solana and XRP options. But also some other coins are available for future trading, and we will take a look at them a bit later. So to go to the main page, I have to click on this icon. And here we are at the main page once again. And now let's go through spot, futures and options trading in more details. So here you can see all the coins that are available for spot trading. And spot trading basically is when I would like to buy Bitcoin and have it in my wallet. Or if I already have Bitcoin and I would like to sell my Bitcoin from my wallet and receive USDC. And this is basically spot trading, where the physical delivery of the asset will take place. So in here you can see I can trade Bitcoin against USDC, USDT, and also against Ethereum. Also I can trade Ethereum against USDC and USDT as well. And also I can trade staked Ethereum. Also I can trade with USDC such coins as Solana, XRP, BNB, PaxGold and also BUIDL, which is basically a tokenized fund from BlackRock. And PAX Gold, this is a tokenized gold. And as you can see, gold already hit the new all-time high with a price of $3,700. Also, some coins are available for trading against USDT. And as I said, on Deribit, there is the possibility to buy the tokenized money market fund from BlackRock. And let's do the test trade on Deribit so that you can watch how exactly to trade the spot trading on Deribit. So, and I click on it, and here I can see the spot trading window. And it's very simple and very similar to all other exchanges that you know. So here I can see the price graph, all the recent trades, and also the order book. And here I can place the trade. So I can use the different types of orders that I would like to trade. For example, we can select the limit order, place the amount that we would like to buy. For example, I would like to buy 10 builds at the price of 1.0004 USDC, because right now this is the best ask price at which I can immediately buy builds. So here you can see also how much available of USDC I have right now on my wallet. This is equal to 25 USDC. So I have enough funds to make this trade happen. And let's click on buy button. Here we can see the confirmation window, and to execute this trade we have to click on create order button. And very important point about the Deribit exchange. Unlike all other exchanges, you don't have to pay fees for spot or futures trading on Deribit. And this is a great advantage against all other exchanges, because you can save a lot of money with no trading fees. And let's create the order. So I click on it and it's done. So I just bought the 10 builds and I can find them in my wallet. So if I scroll a bit down, you can see right now I have a position of 10 builds. And now let's take a look at the futures trading. So on Deribit you can trade perpetuals, so that means futures with no expiration date, and also futures with a fixed expiration date. So for example, if we select Bitcoin, we can find a perpetual future here, and also we can find the futures with fixed expiration date. So that means if we select the Bitcoin future with expiration date of 19th of September 2025, the cash settlement will take place at this date. And this means that my position will be closed automatically on this date, so the profit or loss will be realized. And as you can see, the longest maturity is equal almost to 1 year from now. So I'm recording this video in September, and the longest maturity is equal to the end of June 2026. So almost 1 year. And all these futures with fixed expiration date could be used to trade cash and carry strategy, where you can almost with no risk get a very high income. And the exact profitability for this strategy I will show you a bit later, when we'll cover the analytics from Deribit. So that's why stay with me. And let's go further. So let's open the future trading page to take a look how does it look. And the future trading page looks very similar to a spot trading page. Here you can see also the margin requirements that you need to open the new position with futures. For example, if I would like to trade 1 Bitcoin on futures, then I need to have 0.03 Bitcoin as a collateral to open this new position. Also on top, I can find at which premium this specific future contract is trading against the spot market. And also this premium you can find in the percentage value, and also here we can find what is the annualized percentage rate for this premium. And all this information we need if we would like to trade cash and carry trade to get almost with no risk fixed income. And now let's go to options. And by the way, if you would like to learn basics about the options, I have a great video for beginners about the options. So I definitely recommend to watch this video. The link you will find also in the description below. So on Deribit you can find the inverse options. So that means if you would like to buy or sell Bitcoin options, you will pay or receive the premiums in Bitcoin. And also the same applies to Ethereum. And also options that are traded against USDC. So they are USDC settled. And all options on Deribit are European type options. So that means options could be exercised only at the expiration date and not before. And also all the options are cash settled. So that means there is no physical delivery at the expiration date, only cash settlement. So that means all losses or profits will be settled at the expiration date. And USDC settled options are available for Bitcoin, Ethereum, PaxG or tokenized gold, Solana and XRP. And let's open the option chain and take a look how to buy or sell the options. So here you can see the option chain for Bitcoin with the expiration date at the 31st of October. In the middle, as for all option chains, you can find all the strike prices. So on the top, it begins with the smallest value and ends with the highest value. And if we would like to have a smaller range of the strike prices, we can click at the Around ATM button and select how many strike prices we would like to see from the At the Money or at the current market price. For example, I selected 10 strike prices that are visible right now. Also, I can enable or disable the expected price move for this specific expiry date. I can also enable or disable the distance for each specific strike price from the current market price. And also I can enable or disable the USD value for these options. So as you can remember, I said that Bitcoin and Ethereum options could be traded as inverse options. So that means I will pay or receive the premium in Bitcoin. But if I would like to have the indicative USD value, I can always enable the USD value and see what is the current value of this option in USD value right now. But don't forget, the option will be traded in Bitcoin price. So that means if I would like to buy this specific put option, I have to pay 0.0175 Bitcoin if I would like to buy one put option, which is equal to 1 Bitcoin. Also, I can enable or disable different parameters for my option chain. For example, I can enable different Greeks or disable everything and leave only the prices. So this is up to you what you would like to have on your option chain. But if I would like to trade USDC settled options for Bitcoin, I just need to go to a Bitcoin USDC options and select the expiration date that I would like to trade. So let's take the same expiration date, select only the 10 strike prices from the current market price to get a better overview. And in this case, you can see the prices in USDC. So that means if I would like to buy or sell the option, I will receive or I have to pay the premium in USDC. And yes, on Deribit, you are allowed to sell the options. And this is a great way to receive a passive income. Because by following different strategies like selling puts or calls, you can collect the premiums, which will be your passive income. And by the way, if you would like to learn more how to sell put or call option with a very low risk, you can watch one of my videos, how to sell call or put option on Deribit, because this is a great way to receive a passive income. And my public portfolio is a real example, because by selling puts, my public portfolio has already reached the annualized return of almost 75%. And to buy or sell the option, you have to click on the specific strike price that you would like to trade, and then you have the trading window. Here you have to adjust the trading size that you would like to trade, and in this case, one option is equal to 1 Bitcoin. The minimal trading size is equal to 0.01 for USDC options and 0.1 Bitcoin for inverse options. So the options that are traded in Bitcoin. And down below you can find the contract details. For example, the expiry date with a time when this option will expire. The options on Deribit expires at 8 AM UTC time. And as you can see, the settlement currency is USDC for this option. And to trade option, I have to adjust the price that I would like to pay or receive, depends on which side I would like to trade, and I have to click buy or sell button. For example, if I would like immediately sell the option, I have to take a look at the bid price. And this is very easy to remember. The green price means that you will receive the money into your account. So the money will be credited to your account. And if I would like to immediately buy the option, I have to take a look at the ask price, which is the red one. The price is red because it will be deducted from my account balance. So very simple, if I sell, I receive, if I buy, I have to pay. And for example, if I would like to sell 0.01 Bitcoin with expiration on the 31st of October 2025, with a strike price of $108,000, I have select the best bid price, which is right now at the moment in the order book, and click on the sell button. Here I can see one more time the confirmation window and the full amount of the premium that I'm going to receive. And after that, click on the create order. So I will not sell this option right now, but if you would like to watch the full step-by-step guide how to sell the put or call option, you can find one of this video in the description below. So I will cancel this trade and close the trading window. And now let's take a look at the margin types, because this is very important to understand which exactly margin type you need to trade. Because sometimes it could be the case that you select the wrong margin type, and as a result it could follow to financial losses, because the trade that you have will be not recognized in the right way by the margin system. And in the worst case scenarios, all the positions could be liquidated. So that's why this is very important, and let's take a look at the different margin types that are available on Deribit. To open all the margin types, we have to click on this button. And here we can see the margin page. To find all available margin types and make the changes, we have to click on the change margin. And then we can find all margin types that are available. And let's take a look at each margin type in more details. So here we can find all 4 types of margin that are available on Deribit. And basically, to understand which margin type do I need, I have to ask me 2 different questions. The first question, so would I like to use all the assets that I have in my wallet for all positions that I have? If yes, I have to select the cross margin. So that means if I have Bitcoin and Ethereum in my wallet and I'm going to open Bitcoin options, so that means all the assets in my wallet will be used as a collateral for the position. And if I would like to keep it separately, for example, I would like to keep my Bitcoin in my wallet only for Bitcoin options and Ethereum in my wallet only for Ethereum options, I have to select the segregated margin. And the second question, should all my options positions will be aggregated into one portfolio or calculated each separately? If I would like to keep all the positions in one single portfolio, I need portfolio margin. This is very simple. This type of margin especially suits well if I would like to trade spreads, because I'm buying the put option and I'm selling the put option. And in this case, I will have aggregated position. So I need portfolio margin. And if I would like to keep all my positions separately, I have to select standard margin. So as an example, if I would like to use all my assets in my wallet as a collateral, and I would like to aggregate all my options positions into one portfolio, then I have to select cross portfolio margin. And for my public portfolio, I use cross portfolio margin. But if you would like to learn more about the margin, I will leave this link in the description below. And in case I would like to select the different margin, I have to select the which I want and click on the change margin model. And now let's take a look at the transaction log, because all the trades that I have done are visible in the transaction log. And it's very important to understand how the transaction log is built. And to open the transaction log, I have to click on transaction log. And first of all, I have to select for which currency I would like to open the transaction log. So let's keep Ethereum and let's take a look at one example. Here you can see the option for Ethereum, which expired at the 18th of June 2025. And the strike price was equal to $2,400. And this was the put option. Yes, back to June, the price of Ethereum was equal to $2,000. Here you can see that the option was sold and the amount is equal to 1. So as a result, the position was equal to -1 because the option was sold. The price at which this put option was sold was equal to 0.0022 Ethereum. The mark price is the fair value of the option at this moment, as the option was sold. So that means this option was sold at a bit lower price than the fair value of this option at that moment. And the price of Ethereum at that moment was equal to $2,585. Because the put option was sold, there is a positive cash flow. But because we have to deduct the trading fees, which is equal in this case to 0.00027 Ethereum, the net premium which was credited to Ethereum wallet was equal to 0.0019 Ethereum. And this is the net premium that I received in the wallet. And also two last important parameters that you can find. This is equity and the balance. So basically, balance reflects only realized trades, so profits or losses that were realized. And the equity figures shows unrealized losses as well. So in my example, you can see that the equity is above the balance. So that means at that moment I had unrealized profits. And if you still have the questions about the transaction log, you can write me the questions in the comments below. Or you can also join my free Discord channel, where you can find the market updates, most important news, and also chat with me and ask the questions that you have. So to link to my free Discord channel, you will find in the description below. And now let's take a look at the analytics that Deribit has to find the best opportunities in the market. To find all available analytics, we have to click on this icon and click on options data or metrics options. So let's start with the options data. So here we can select the currency that we would like to analyze. So let's select the Bitcoin. And let's look what we have here. So here we can find all the volatility smiles for all expiration dates. And simply speaking, if we see that the left side of volatility smile is higher than the right side, in this case we can see that the put options are more expensive than call options. So that means by selling put options we receive relatively more value in case we are selling call options. But at the same time, this could indicate about the sentiment of the market. If the prices for the put options are higher, so this indicates that traders are ready to pay a higher premiums for the protection against the possible downside. Also here we can find the level of the implied volatility at the money for different expiration dates. For example, here we can find that the short-term options have a lower volatility than the long-term options. This could also indicate that the market anticipates more volatility in the long term and less volatility in the short term. Also here we can find the comparison of realized volatility and implied volatility. For example, the green line reflects the realized volatility and the yellow line reflects the implied volatility at the money. And as you can see, the at the money volatility is higher than realized volatility. In this case, selling the options could be more attractive because the prices of the options at this specific time are relatively high. Also, we can go to the metric options to find more valuable information and analytics. So here we can find, for example, open interest by the strike price and find which strike price has the highest open interest. For example, if we take all expirations for Bitcoin on Deribit platform, we can find that the strike price of $140,000 has the highest open interest. And this could indicate that the market is still quite bullish and anticipates that the price of Bitcoin could reach $140,000. So here we can find even more interesting analytics that could help us to understand the market even more and understand where are the best opportunities in the market. For example, what I also prefer to watch all the time is comparison of implied volatility between Bitcoin and Ethereum. For example, here you can see that the implied volatility of Bitcoin is equal to 35%. But at the same time, implied volatility for Ethereum is more than 61%. And we can understand from this graph that the premiums for Ethereum are more expensive than the premiums for Bitcoin. Because right now, Ethereum is more volatile than Bitcoin. And the difference between implied volatility of Bitcoin and Ethereum is quite high right now. And also, as I mentioned in the beginning, if I would like to trade cash and carry strategy, I can open the future metrics and find which expiration date of the future could offer me the highest profitability in analyzed term. For example, if I trade cash and carry trade with expiration on the end of September, I could get almost risk-free return of more than 9% in analyzed term. And this is quite high profitability for almost risk-free strategy. And if you'd like to learn more how to trade crypto options, you can watch my next video. Bye!